Welcome to another edition of Tuesday Tent Talk. Hi, I'm Brian with Fred's Tents, and today I am with Carlos. Now, Carlos, I'm not even going to try and pronounce your last name. Say that for me.
Carlos Mino.
Mino. Okay,
Yes.
and you're with who?
Classic Tents and Events.
Classic Tent and Events. And I tell you what, you look behind me, the warehouse is in pristine condition. You see fittings, you see pipe, you see everything, and even with the fittings, it's amazing. I've never seen a warehouse with photos of the actual fittings. You typically see part numbers. So, what's your role here?
So I'm currently the Vice President of Classic Tents and Events. I've been with the company about 5 years. Started right at peak season, which was fun. September, middle of September, and it would just jump right in it. And it's been 5 years. It's been fun, and we've been trying to, as much as we can, improve the operations all around.
And that's one thing that I constantly hear here today is the operational aspect of what you guys do. What do you feel sets you guys apart from maybe what other rental companies do?
I think one of the biggest things that we have done is the focus on distribution. Me personally, when I came in, one of my biggest challenges that I saw is that there was a lot of focus on installing the tent. There was a lot of focus on having a technical aspect of it down, but there wasn't any major focus on actually how do we get the product there efficiently, how do we store it efficiently so that we can have proper truckloads, organization in the warehouse. There wasn't any major focus around that. So we pretty much started focusing on that, on having a proper organization and a proper warehousing process, basically what I call Warehouse 101. My background is in distribution, so I kind of tried to apply that into here because I felt that that was a major need in our operation.
So what was the first thing that you assessed when you came? Obviously you were in peak season, you saw insanity, which every rental company is pretty much that way, September, October. What was the very first thing that you saw?
That I saw and that I was shocked is that the fact that I could not walk on 80% of the aisles of the warehouse.
Wow, okay.
And it basically, from that point on, it became my motto and my challenge to make sure that we have a warehouse that is fully operational. I think we had the people and we have continued, and now that we're taking away focus on installation and having technical guys on hand and so on, but we felt that that was kind of like a wing that was, stopping us from growth. And I think once we kind of established that, it kind of helped us take off a little bit more. By no means are we perfect, but we strive for that, and we try to every single day to try to make sure that as you see here today, it might not be in the condition that it is, but it's very close to it, because every single day we have 1 or 2 or 3 walkthroughs to these aisles, and we want to make sure we can walk around them.
That's fantastic. And I tell you what, if you ever have an opportunity and you're in the Norcross area, I'm sure Carlos or Steven would happily give you a tour. It's amazing as you look around. I'll show you a few photos throughout the video here, but you guys have done a fantastic job. Is there anything that maybe you would like to say to the majority of the people out there if you just changed one thing? What do you think that one thing would be to enhance what their day-to-day operation is?
I think to this day, the biggest catalyst for our jump into getting into that next level was that organization piece.
Okay.
And the organization and planning. And a lot of what I see here, I belong to a back group, and we have discussions, and I still see that there is a lot of lack of, there's always focus on the event, always focus on, we got to get things out there, we got to make sure we have guys that can set it up, but we forget about this piece that is, to me, it is instrumental. Because it allows, if you have a proper operation, and I tell a lot of guys, I challenge a lot of guys that I speak to, is that I can go into the operations and easily find 1 or 2 headcounts that they can move from the field into the warehouse, and it'll make them more efficient. So that, to me, that's the biggest thing, is organization, planning, and your warehouse organization is the biggest one out of them all.
Well, I tell you what, you heard it here from Carlos. Wow. For another edition of Tuesday Tent Talk, I'm Brian. He's Carlos. Have a great day.
All right.